this is gonna sound crazy, but I think we're supposed to find each other. The time, the date, somehow it's all connected. Whatever it is, it's supposed to happen today.
Hello, Kiefer. How are you?
Great, how are you?
I'm fine. What originally attracted you to Touch?
I just, a few different things. First of all, the overall story touched on the kind of common denominators of humanity is what I call them.
Yeah.
There were certain things that transcended language, religion, culture, politics. And those were the things that made us all human. For instance, there isn't a society in the world that doesn't covet or value family. Those are things that we have in common, and I think the show really took a look at, through this global concept of interconnectivity.
I've been alive for 10 years, 5 months, 17 days, and 14 hours. And in all that time, I've never said a single word.
The relationship between this father and son broke my heart. I have 2 daughters of my own, and the idea of not being able to communicate with them verbally, to not be able to touch them and put them into bed or hold their hand when I'm walking them to school, made me very, very sad. And so I had a great deal of sympathy and therefore empathy for this character, and I just identified with him very strongly.
We are cold red.
Touch has a very different pacing to 24. After 8 seasons, at 24 you must be exhausting, you know, preventing Bob plots and all that stuff. But people love you in both parts. What part do you love most?
They're both very different. Jack Bauer was, as a character, was an absolute gift for me.
Yes.
I think any actor around, if you'd asked, would have
Now it's more sensitive.
Loved to have been able to play that. Martin shares many of the same kind of characteristic traits as Jack Bauer. Just exhibits them in a very different way. I find the character very challenging. I've loved working with David, who plays the young boy.
Yeah.
And I'm focused on what I'm doing now.
Sorry, I think I've got the wrong address.
Let me guess. Kid keeps climbing a cell tower. Coming in or not? The universe is made up of precise ratios and patterns, where everything and everyone is connected.
They're all the same number. Jake, how did you do that?
What's the best piece of advice you ever received from your father?
From my father. As an actor, the best piece of advice he gave me was don't fake it, don't try and push it. If a scene asks for you to cry in it and you're not feeling that, figure out a different way to play it, because if you fake it, the audience will know right away.
And what's the best advice you would give to actors that come to Hollywood and want to make it?
It's gonna take a little while, and you better really want to do it, and find work any way you can.
Sir, your son cannot keep doing this.
You gotta let me bring him down. Jake! Come on down, okay?
Does the time 3:18 mean something special to that kid?
Mr. Bone? Blair Hopkins, Child and Family Services.
Jake climbed that tower 3 times. Every time the security cameras caught him at 3:18. He's reset every clock in this house to that exact time.
What if he's trying to communicate?
Would you like to send a message to your fans in Greece? Touch?
Well, just to all the fans in Greece, thank you for the incredible support that I had with 24, and if you have a chance to see Touch, I hope you enjoy it.
He's reset every clock in this house to that exact time.
What if he's trying to communicate?
With a bunch of friends from Canada,
Yeah.
and they would go every summer, or maybe fall, I can't remember.
Yeah,
And they would run into what seemed to be 100,000 English people drunk in town. But she loved it, just absolutely loved it.
Yeah, you should come.
Yeah, I would like to.